Oh, good morning, family and friends, brothers and sisters, and all my subscribers. Sergeant OCD here. I want to thank everybody for subscribing and continuing to support me. Your encouraging comments just keep me going. I didn't really plan on starting a channel. I just really planned on just doing some videos for when I'm gone. My kids could know how to survive, but it's quite overwhelming. It's quite humbling. But today I'm just putting an edge on my axe. I hit my finger with it earlier and I didn't cut myself, so it's not a suggested way. But this is a 400 grit sanding block. It's light. It's, you know, if I need to do something quickly in the field, and you can see I'm going away from myself, away from the blade, because the way you sharpen a blade is you get the burrs this way, then you get the burrs this way. I used to do around, I used to do a file, but not on that thing. Anyway, what I wanted to talk to you about today is I had an awakening Sunday morning that maybe it was Monday morning. Yeah, it was Monday morning. Jesse called me, and Jesse never calls me. We normally text, and he said, "Did you hear about Scott?" I'm like, "No." Well, he was killed in a motorcycle accident. Sorry. Anytime death happens, it's never good. But there's verses that you can, you know, go by, that if you just read that verse and don't read the whole chapter, it could comfort you. But one of them, and I just did a quick search on the internet, Psalms 34:18. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Well, that actually pertains to David was hurt because Abimelech drove him away. You know, and there's a couple other ones. Matthew 5:4, Beatitudes, always good. John 14:1-3, the way, the truth, the life. They're good, but the one I was on my heart was Joshua 1:9, and I heard it on the way here on my devotion. So Joshua 1:9, I have not commanded you. Oh, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not tremble or be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. So I know Scott's in a better place. Certainly with everything that's going on here with the wars and rumors of wars, and the rapture is going to happen, the tribulation is going to happen. We just don't know when. But what we need to do as Christians is to prepare our heart, prepare our soul, to make sure that we have a relationship with Christ. And in Matthew 7:22-23, many will say to me on that day, Lord, 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 did we not prophesy in your name, and in your name cast out demons, and in your name perform many miracles? And then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness. So that tells you right there, you have to have a relationship with Christ. You know, you could be a great person, do great things, but without a relationship with Christ, you might get turned away. But anyway, last week I kind of made an impromptu fire starter. So the idea is to be able to, with a ferrocerium rod, have this little tin in your pack or in your pocket, be able to start a fire. So it works from this way to this way. It's my left, your right. Here's the char cloth. and then this is cedar bark, this is some other bark, and then hopefully that's fired up enough to melt this wax to prolong the fire. Now I have a bunch of other kindling here that you know, I prepared. You guys don't need to see me do that, chop wood. I mean, you just don't. If you don't know how, I mean, go back to my other videos. But anyway, let's see if this works, because I'm all about quick fire, you know. And I always carry bags of different stuff. So I have a bag of bark. I believe this is sycamore bark. And here's some other bark that I've just collected around my shop from my projects. I got some pine bark, you know, not so much fat wood, but pine bark. And I believe that's, no, that's not soaked. And then I have some birch bark here, and then some cherry bark here. So the birch bark and cherry bark you can light with a lighter. Hey, I forgot my lighter, you know. So we're just gonna add that for kindling. I'm gonna reposition. I've got two cameras going, so I'm gonna put one over here and one over there. I'm trying to get away from the sun, because I noticed the sun was really bad when I was rendering it last week, but it turned out. Now I really don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this. I've got other projects. I got to make a litter just to get some gear out of here. And we could remove this by moving those tabs out. So I'm gonna try to put this somewhere where it's not, I'm not gonna knock it over. Yeah, I have my LBE in the car, but I just, I had my chainsaw to carry. There it is. So as your fire gets up there, I think I burned it up too quick. It's okay. That's why we have extra stuff. Just gonna put that on there and see what happens. Over here. It's always good to have a bellow with you. I do it because it saves my beard from getting destroyed. Might have looked like I used a little bit too much char cloth, but I actually cut half of it away. The cherry, doesn't matter. this to catch on fire. So I think what I'm going to do is just add some in there. Some of that cedar's on fire, or smoldering. Yeah, if I could get that on fire, that would be awesome. Thought I had it. All right. So when you have a bunch of different, Altoid cans and things like that, just try to do something with them. That's all I'm trying to do, is use my resources that I already have. Because, you shop to get a nice blade on there. So I did find some more punk wood laying around. So this is very, very spongy. So I'm gonna put that in my can, and then this is the other stuff. It's very, very brittle. And then I found a fairly large piece that I'm gonna have to baton down and put in here, and we're gonna char that. So it's actually very good fire starting material, because the spark stays with this instead of you having to blow the cotton around. So we're gonna char that. So I started the litter, but I wanted to start some coffee since my fire. I got some coals, and wanted you guys to see how much water is in here. And when I left the other day, it had about 1.5 inches. So it's probably 3 inches, 4 inches. It's right up to here. That's with my middle finger. So it's awesome. I have a whole cup if I wanted it. Which coffee do I want? That's good. So it's working out great. And what really, really helps it is, sorry about me moving the camera, is what I did last week is I tied a Prusik knot onto this cord, because I just wrapped this around this tree so it could go back and forth, give it some way, until I found the spot. And then all I did is put a toggle in here, so it's doing great. So whenever the water gets weight on it, it goes right into the tub. But I noticed there's a little trench there, and it's probably from the shirt that I have there. I thought that was pretty interesting. So ignore this. I found another log for the front. So whenever I find the right size, that's what I do. So I pulled my ridge line, and if you remember, at the end you make a loop. Well, ideally this loop should just come out right out. So twist it a little bit so it came right out. Okay, so what I want to do here, I want to kind of tie this up in a loop, and there's many ways to do this. So I want to run this across the bottom. Kind of loop it through. One way. Hope if I don't stand on it, right? It's 30 feet, so might be a little while. but that's not good enough, right? So the important thing is to not have this in the sun. So I'll lift it up, wrap it around this way. Go through that loop again. And all that was a bowline knot. The old days we used to have to paper packages. I'll show my age now. And then tie string around them. I never had to do that, but so now it should hold up. I mean, I could take it on the it to the plastic, but the idea is to not put pressure on this container. I mean, just to take it off this container. And once I have this going here, you see I have tied no knots. And then all I'm going to do is tie a bow in this. And then I can remove it, and I'm going to tie this in the back. So let me go ahead and burn this off. Well, okay, I'll cut it now, but I'm going to burn it. Find a lighter. Be right back. So this thing fell off of here. I was hoping it didn't puncture, and it didn't, because I got a lot of sticks out here. But anyway, basically you want to make your cut here. And I didn't bring my LBE, which has got my little saw on it, so that's on me. But I want to kind of make a groove for this cord I have around my neck, which is 36 bank line, number 36 bank line. So I'm just gonna carve this out, and while I'm at it, I was gonna come in with a tinfoil hat today, because somebody commented about, I don't know what they even said, I should have a tinfoil hat on, because, you know, I guess things I talk about here, I don't know if it's Jesus, but I'm never going to stop talking about the Lord, because everybody needs to know. Yeah, I'm different. I understand that. You know, having PTSD from childhood upbringing, military, didn't help. And then being OCD, like yesterday, looked at my yard, chickens, they decided that they're going to tear up my lawn, because I let them out. I was never going to have chickens anymore, because I got coyotes and hawks and owls and minks and raccoons and possum and squirrels. So what all I did was carve this out. And then I started tying a knot, and I tied it wrong, so I'm going to cut that out. That's why it's already carved out. But so I want to try the half hitches again. So you go around, come up through, and that ties a knot. Then you come around again, and that's one half hitch. Half hitch is the name of the knot. So, yeah. And then you do it again. So whenever this pulls, it tightens. It just looks, that's ugly. So this cord here is this cord here, and it's a straight shot to it. So whenever it pulls, it'll tighten and stay in that groove, and it'll lift that. I've been trying to break this stick for a while, so anyway, I did buy this at Walmart, so it could puncture. You know, I don't have a lot of money to spend, so now I'm going to tie this up in the shelter. So now I'm going infrared with my other camera, and I'm just going to tie this up in this corner, maybe. Yeah, I got the cherry wood all over the place now. So this ain't going anywhere. I am going to run that through. Now, get my water bottle, water jug. Put it on my stick, maybe. And it's up off the ground, it's out of the sun. Now the other thing I could do is I could move this around so I could pour easier, but it's a start just to keep it off the ground, out of the sun. We'll see, and I've got it low right now because I want to see if it's going to stretch, because the paracord will stretch. This will not, this bank line, but we'll see. Just realized it wasn't on camera. Pretty cool, huh? So I was thinking about my water, and it's just sitting here, and I don't want it to mold up or anything. So I kind of lowered it a little bit just to get access to the top, because I don't have bleach with me, but I do have iodine. So the ratio with this iodine is it's 10%. So 2 drops per canteen, which is 32 ounces. 32 ounces, 4 times 32 is 128, which is a gallon. It's a 5 gallon. So I'm going to put about 40 drops in. So I'm going to go probably 38 because it's not quite a gallon. $10, $11. $21. $30. Okay, that's 38. We'll go 39. So it's going to discolor it, but if you want water out in the field, you're going to have to deal with it. So, coffee. That fire was so hot, my coffee boiled in like 5 minutes. That's what you want. So, anyway, the concept is to have these laced in and then have poles to carry. Now this is a very short litter, and I really designed it for 2 people, but I'm going to try to carry some stuff out of here today that Jesse needs. He's got all his camping stuff here, and we want to go camping in other places, so I'm going to try to drag that out of here today. Oh, but I got coffee though. Everything is better out here with coffee. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna get to lacing this stuff. I'm gonna try to set up something where I don't have to be on the ground. Because this guy at work told me, you know, I'm always on my knees doing stuff. He goes, that's why your back hurts all the time. So we started bringing stuff up to us at work, and he's right. That's why my back was hurting. But I might have to trim some of these down or whatever, get them all the same size. But I'm gonna get to it after I finish my coffee. Everything strapped in, I still have cordage with me. I got to go clear a path with my chainsaw because there's a lot of down trees in the path. The most direct path I'm going to go. Well, it's been a fun day. So I was able to sharpen my axe a little bit, and I was wrong. This is not 400. This is 1,000. I was able to make that char punkwood, and this was that really spongy one. So we're gonna make a kit like this. Actually make the kit into this. I already started. I'm gonna crush this up, and I'm gonna try doing it with my mortar and pestle. We treated some water here with iodine. We made a litter and moved a bunch of Jesse's stuff. Jesse and I just want to go camping, so that's what we're going to do. I still have a few more things. It was more of an endurance thing for me to build a litter, one, and to move all that stuff. And my litter didn't really fall apart till the end, and one of the bottom legs fell off, and it was still fine. I didn't lose anything on the way, but it was more of an endurance thing for me, you know, being as old as I am. So I kept this cordage with me, and I was able to tie that down. It's going back in my bag. Yeah, I have to do some tweaking to this litter because maybe I didn't tie him right. But all in all, a good day. It's always a good day when you're out in the woods where you can speak to the Lord. And speaking of that, make sure that you have a relationship with Christ. Because if you don't have a relationship with Christ, you are not going to be saved. And if you're not saved, you're going to have to deal with the tribulation. That's it in a nutshell. So I would rather be caught up and not have to deal with this place any longer. My friend went home, and it's great for him, sucks for me. But everybody deals with death differently, and we all go on. We have to. We have no choice. But with that, I'm going to tell you to like and subscribe, share my videos, train, keep your head on a swivel, stock up on food, water, and ammo, gasoline, and I'll catch you all on the flip side.